Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is still Thursday, May 19, 2022. Another day of volatility. The Dow Jones Industrial Average at one point was down 474 points. We finished down about half that. Actually, let's look at the major indices here. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed down about 0.75%. The S&P 500 0.59%. And the NASDAQ, the least of the few, I don't remember exactly, 0.25, something along those lines. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ were actually positive a few times during the day. Look at what's going on here. It's a struggle, this market right now. Look, the NASDAQ clearly is in a bear market. We're down 30% off of the all-time high. With regard to the S&P 500, we remain like, a breath away from a technical bear market. We're down 19%. Okay, let's see where this goes. I really hope that you are not getting rattled by this. You shouldn't be getting rattled by this. This is the market, all right? Nowhere is it written, seriously, that the market only goes in one direction, all right? Pullbacks, corrections, however you want to define what is going on here with regard to the broader market. I'm talking about the S&P 500. So far, this is not in any way, shape, or form abnormal, okay? We've had a market that's gone straight up for years and years and years. And you and I, well, we've been bulls for years and years and years. And yes, this market has certainly paid off for those of us who have adopted that perspective. Now, with regard to the market, you must embrace and understand that these things that we've been seeing in the market since January, okay, look, do you really believe that markets only go in one direction without some kind of a corrective phase? If you think that, then again, and you're in this market, get out. You just don't understand it at all. And you should never play with money. Never, never. That you can't afford to lose or you can't be willing to hold on to for a while. You're not losing anything. This drives me nuts, okay? You got people, I'm losing money on this. Really? What are you talking about? Did you sell the position? Did you turn it into a realized loss, or is it a paper loss? Look, like I've said many times as of late, if you have a long enough time horizon here, you're going to be fine. You're going to shake off all of this stuff with regard to volatility in the market. You should have expected it since last year, since the end of last year. With regard to volatility in cryptos, you knew that was coming too. Surging inflation, you knew that was coming too. I've put this all out for you. Look, yes, our economy is crashing. Everybody knows it. And all the talk of recession, really? Okay, recession would be a step up from where we are now. We just got even more bad economic news. Existing home sales fall off a cliff. Meanwhile, prices continue to skyrocket. Why do you think that is happening? This is, again, public enemy number freaking one over here, buying billions, tens of billions in mortgage-backed securities every single month. They have supplied artificial demand. Now, I want you to, go think about or ponder that our members of Congress, our illustrious retards, all of them, including the president here, they're not bringing this up. It doesn't even register in their brain, or maybe it does, and they just want to keep you distracted, because it's the war. Oh, because it's COVID. Oh, because it's supply chain disruptions that our economy is in collapse. It's the Federal Reserve who has artificially distorted this market upside down, inside out, backwards, sideways. You just can't imagine. Maybe you can if you follow this blog here. The price action distortions that exist today in this market, even with The pullback in the Nasdaq at 30% and 19% in the S&P 500 is nowhere near reality. Nowhere near it. It's just gone completely crazy. Real estate, you name it. Everything has gone crazy because of the action of the Federal freaking Reserve. I'm pointing at my hat over here, not over my shoulder. You see, Fed? Anyway, so with that said, nothing should ever surprise you. And I believe that there is a very strong possibility that the Federal Reserve is going to start changing their, hawkish stance here. Our economy is collapsing. They've done this by design. Inflated bubbles here. This inflationary environment has very, very little to do. I'm not saying it has nothing to do with the war, but it's the Fed. Inflation is largely a monetary policy issue. Who said that? Oh, yeah, it was the Federal Reserve Chairman, Yellowstone Powell himself. Oh, so let's see. So if inflation is largely a monetary policy issue, retard Powell, why are you and our retard president continuing to distract everyone? Oh, look, it's Russia, duh. It's them. Because again, they have to remain blameless here. Anyway, look, I think you get it. Let's talk about a few other things that are going on. We have the dollar today nosedive, and I'm talking about its comparative strength. Comparative meaning what? Exactly, comparing it to other currencies. Or if you want to use the most common term, relative. Wait, don't say relative. We don't understand that. What's relative? Comparative. All right. Yeah, it's pretty much fell off the cliff, falling almost 1%. Talking about the Dixie, DXY. Look it up. Okay. Gold and silver catching a nice bid today. Cryptocurrencies doing okay today. Bitcoin back over 30 again. Lovely. Fantastic. 10-year yield still under pressure. People, let me put this again into perspective for you. Are you ready for it? Until that 10-year yield starts to rise in a meaningful way. And I'm not talking about an uncontrolled spike. I'm talking about resumes its normal slope to 3 and above. The market's going to stay in this little route that we're in right now. And me, I'm going to be looking for opportunities to buy. That's the truth. I'm not saying you should get in here and randomly throw cash at things, okay? As a matter of fact, don't listen to Greg Mannarino. Listen to Bank of America here. They're saying that people should be buying energy. Duh. Really? You mean like ExxonMobil, CVX, and Devon? Yeah, really. They're also warning on the broader market. So they're warning on the broader market, but they're saying you need to buy energy shares. Yeah, I think that's about right. Honestly. Look, you know what happens generally during times like this? People that don't understand what they're seeing are going to panic. They're going to run for the doors. They're going to dump everything. They're going to throw good things out with bad as well. And I've already explained to you that your entire portfolio, and I'm not just talking about stocks here, okay? Our portfolio is all your assets, including cash that you have laying around, for which I think people should have very little. Okay, I think you should have your cash in things at this time, especially with soaring inflation. It's not going to get any better. But anyway, like I said, your entire portfolio is your stock holdings, your derivative holdings as well. If you are, buying, selling, puts, a combination of the two, credit spreads, whatever it might be, as well as your cryptocurrencies, your gold and silver, your platinum, your palladium, your real estate, your whatever else you might own, classic cars, artwork, musical instruments, all kinds of things. That's your portfolio. It's everything. I know people are just so like, portfolio, oh, it's my stocks. It's my stocks. Oh, no, it isn't just your stocks. You understand? Look, I think you really do. So anyway, let's just cover this real quick. So with regard to, existing home sales, this is kind of a phenomenon that we've been seeing, home builder sentiment falling off of a cliff and everything else. But meanwhile, prices continue to rise. When do you think, honestly, we're close friends, you and I, right? When do you think anyone. I don't know. Pick a freak congressman or congresswoman or dumb mentally off president. You think that maybe they're going to say, hey, the Federal Reserve has been buying tens of billions of dollars per month in mortgage-backed securities nonstop. Maybe that's the reason. Oh, no, it can't be that. Oh, the Federal Reserve has been, flooding dollars around the world. They've been buying assets with these dollars. Central banks around the world who have their own currencies are using dollars gifted to them by the Federal Reserve to buy assets. No. It can't possibly be that either. It's not. It's Russia. You know it is because we keep telling you that it's Russia. It's COVID. It's everything. And COVID. Oh, big resurgence here. Look what they're doing, people. Just like you and I expected. They got $1 trillion that they must spend. Another $1 trillion must be spent because it's already allocated. So they're playing this up. Oh, it's coming back. Oh, you need this. And there's another vaccine coming for you people that have already been fully vaccinated. Well, guess what? There's another one coming for you. Oh, yeah. Like you didn't know that either. Duh. Anyway, so then we got this warning from Bank of America, which is lovely. And then we got this too. So we're finding out here that Wall Street hedge funds are starting now to take up short positions against the market. They have not been doing so. Generally, what these hedge funds are doing is what I've been doing, looking for opportunity to buy on the cheap. And I think there's going to be more deals to come. There's deals to be made. You know that. But this is the tell to me. When you got, this has been the destruction of more hedge funds than you can possibly count. When they start betting against the market is when generally these things go under. That's really the truth, because generally that's when things turn around. No, I'm not saying they are. I'm telling you right here and right now, we need to see that 10-year yield move up. Right now, hovering about where it is, this is not where it should be in this environment of the Federal Reserve now raising the federal funds rate. It should be above 3. I've covered this at length. You remember when they first started this, I said, hey, look, we're gonna settle above 2. Then they started to, again, to talk about we're going to do this, that, and the other thing. They raised the federal funds rate 50 basis points, and I said, we're going to settle above 3, for which we did. We went back down. Fear, panic. People are making bad decisions. They're throwing everything out here. Good, let them do it. We'll see how this plays out in the longer run. Those of us that have a long enough time horizon here are going to be, things are on sale. You want to talk about the biggest sales on the face of the earth? Well, that's seriously in gold and silver right now. There's no doubt about it. I think cryptocurrencies are on sale as well. Does that mean this is the bottom? No. I'm not in the business of picking tops or bottoms. I've been there. I used to play that game. I don't play it no more. You want to play it? Good for you. You pick tops and you pick bottoms, and you probably will get lucky from time to time. But there's going to be times that you're going to get burned badly. Okay, so I don't play that game anymore. My game has evolved. It's gotten bigger. It has gotten extremely diverse. I'm spread out in a lot of things, a lot of assets, and this is how I think you need to play the game. I've covered this to the point of nauseum. All right, people, look, so I think we got it. Don't stop. All right, number one, you will continue to bet against the debt. At least I would hope you understand why you need to bet against the debt. Become your own central bank. Hoard hard assets, units of wealth. I know how many of you out here are hating on gold, hating on silver. What do you want to do? You want to stay in the dollar, a dying asset by design that's being literally squashed by this institution, the Federal Reserve over here. Good for you. We'll see how that plays out. How's it working out so far? I don't think so good. We understand that the rigging in the metals markets is off the Richter scale. No one wants to do a damn thing about it. We all know who's doing it too. It's JP Morgan. It's other banks, but JP Morgan is number one. The number one rigger of metals is JP Morgan. When do you think one of our Congress people are going to go talk about that? Oh, no, they don't do it. They're too busy insider trading. Oh, yeah. You know that Congress people are allowed to trade on inside information? No, not me or you, but they can. Look, this whole thing is such a shit show. It's a freak show. I don't know what it is. It's just beyond description, and I think you all know that. But you have a handle on it. You know exactly what's going on. You know what to expect, and I think you and I are right. If you are spread out enough, diversified enough, realizing where you should be putting cash to work in this kind of an environment. Great. If you want to get short this market, there's a way you can protect your portfolios very simply. And I talked about this, and I had a lot of questions today. Protective puts. For every 100 shares of stock you own, you buy one put. Buy one put. Okay? Out of the money, expiring out, 3 months along those lines, something like that. It'll protect your portfolio for the downside. Or you can do what I do. Take advantage of the market by owning companies and then selling puts 20% out of the money. You will never let these obviously get into the money if we had that big of a drop, and that should have a period of time here. Not a single asset that I have owned has dropped 20%. I continue to pull premium out of this market every month. Like I said, there are so many ways to play it. It's like a big game to me. I don't know. I just find it interesting. All right, look, that's it. I'm out of here. Long video. I want to hear from you. Please comment. Relax, people. Relax. All right? We're not crashing. Okay? Technically, I know some of you are going to have a fit right now. You ready? Hold on. We're not in a bear market yet with regard to the S&P 500. We're not even in a bear market from a technical textbook definition. People are freaking the freak out. I can only imagine what would happen if, something big actually did occur. I don't know. Pretty outrageous. Love you a lot. Share the video. See you tomorrow.